depression comes from like living in the past, and anxiety comes from living in the future. And the only way to have like peace is being with peace with like self, with where we are right here. So I make sure that I'm always at peace with like where I am right here, no matter what it is, because the only thing I can control is myself and my ideologies, my vision, like how I look at the universe and the world around me and interact with people. Because I'm consistently like I know like I'm supposed to be here, like I'm supposed to be this. It's like I don't necessarily think that like there's this gigantic destiny of like what we're destined to do. I think a lot of things are like random chaos. And I'll swing back around like why I actually think that. Part of that is I think that works when you have a redemptive story, but like most people don't have redemptive stories, right? If we look at like if you lived in other countries and like done other things and like talk about sad and like cry, I'm gonna go to that place, right? I got to work and do some stuff in the DR, working in like hospitals and like nonprofits, and you know, DR is a place that's really big for like sex tourism, both for adults and for children, right? And while talking with one of the mothers that was there in the community, because you have unemployment rates of like 60% or higher, and she talked about how because of being so hungry and being in like such a distressed situation, which is very real, it logically made sense to sell her 4-year-old child to eat. And I don't think that that child deserved, or there was like just destiny, like you were destined to be born into that situation and then die. I think there's a lot of randomness when it comes to life. And I'm just grateful like that I haven't had to encounter like that in my own like childhood. And what can I do to like make life better for other people? So it's easy to always talk about, oh, like people should spend their money doing this, or people should spend their money doing that. So it's like, put up or shut up. Like I make sure I spend my time and I spend my money to like align with those same values. Like one of the kids that we've been supporting like overseas, like, and it literally costs $500 a semester, so $1,500 a year puts him through school with like boarding, food, and all that stuff. And now he's gonna graduate high school. $1,500 later, the kind of money that people can waste on like dang near anything. But I'm not here to tell anyone how to spend money. That's just the kind of stuff that like gives me fulfillment. So that's what I spend my time doing. Yeah, man.
That's what's up, man. You said something really, really good, but you kind of glossed over, and I want you to just say it again, but very slowly for the camera. All right, because that was just amazing. It was the depression is focused on the past and anxiety is on the future. Say that one more time, because that was
Depression comes from living in the past, and anxiety comes from living in the future. So the best way that I find life is to find peace in my right here and right now.
That's crazy. Where did you come up with that? Where'd you learn that? Where'd you hear that from?
I've read a lot of philosophical stuff and love philosophical conversations, because I think the one thing we should do is like question things. Like that's what life is about. Like figuring out what it means for you. Like what's your path? What's your thing gonna be? Like that's one of the dopest things about being like misguided, and really like being misguided is okay. Like you don't have to have everything figured out. Exactly. Everything doesn't need to be teed up on a silver platter. Like, but can you find peace in what you're actually doing? And if you don't find peace in that, what do you need to do to change it? And what can you do to like control yourself as you move forward through it? Because you can't control anyone else.
No, I agree, man.